Good morning.
Good morning. I forgot to actually turn the light on. Oops. You got it?
I got it.
So, we were just discussing a very important social issue of the day, and that's this. If you're sharing recipes on the internet, share the recipe. I love that you have a great story about how this recipe, even though it's not like anything your great grandmother ever actually cooked, because she lived in an apartment in Jersey and did nothing with fresh apples and open windows and all that, but it's what you think that she would have cooked if you just share the recipe, people.
Either that or put the recipe at the beginning and then put the story at the end.
Some of the blogs have actually started putting, there's a place that you can click jump to recipe.
And see, that works.
And what's crazy is it's like, how far down did that just jump? About 4,000 words.
Sometimes I would write stories with my recipes, but usually they were like 2 paragraphs.
This food is good. You should eat it.
No.
That's my
Hey,
story.
we had a family day, and we thought we'd try something new. And since we all we found this new recipe. Or, hey, I have a husband who is an awesome cook, and he decided for date night to go through, to try something new.
Carry out Chinese.
To try something new, and it was really yummy. That kind of thing. That's fun to include.
That is fun to include. A brief mention. But, y'all, and this is why I did my own research by Google searching stuff on the internet. Like, people on the internet don't even know the definition of the word brief, much less, antivirals. So, and I don't ever want to hear another word again about preachers that don't know the word brief. From people who share a brief thought on Facebook that's, takes 2 minutes to load on 1 gig fiber. Let's move on. Meet me, O Christ, in this stillness of morning. Move me, O Spirit, to quiet my heart. And the reason that we use the whole rolled oats instead of the... Anyway, mend me, O Father, for yesterday's From the discords of yesterday, resurrect my peace. From the discouragements of yesterday, resurrect my hope. From the weariness of yesterday, resurrect my strength. From the doubts of yesterday, resurrect my faith. From the wounds of yesterday, resurrect my love. Let me enter this new day aware of my need and awake to your grace, O Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Peaceful, calm, sipping coffee. What are we going to talk about this morning?
The importance of saying no.
What if I don't want to talk about that?
Then don't.
I should say no.
You should say no.
Why is it important to say no?
Because, and we talked about recently the book that our whole family has read called Boundaries.
Yes.
And so a lot of it is founded in that. But the truth is, everybody has passions. Everybody has something that they think is the most important thing to focus on. The problem is this. Everybody has that, which means there are thousands, millions of things that can be focused on.
Millions?
Millions. And obviously, we don't personally know millions of people, but with the bigness of social media and all that, there's always a new crusade. There's always a new thing to draw our attention and to draw our time and our energy. And because we know about all of them, they all pull on our heartstrings and or they all desensitize us. And I think you've got both of those extremes. I think we're in danger of doing too much and not doing any of it with excellence. We're also in danger of being desensitized and that's just the big scope. That's just the information dump on our
Yes.
minds. But what that results in is a lack of margin in time, in energy, in mental thought, in emotions. You know, if we become desensitized because we leave ourselves no margin for emotional capacity because we get caught up in everything. And so we shut everything out. And we can't do that because we still want to say yes to some things. We still want to say yes to the things that are important. But I think all around, I mean, we're whole beings, and I think our inability to say no, especially in a world where there's so much information coming at us and so many good causes and so many worthy passions, I think the margin erodes in every aspect of our lives and we shut down.
So, and a part of that, you know, recognizing the importance to saying no to some things, is that you ought to choose your no.
Don't just make it a blanket no.
True, and also, you know, every yes is a no to something else, because you use up that margin, you use up that time, and I think that when we are not careful, when the default answer is always yes, what we don't realize is we therefore don't plan our no's.
Our
And
no's are by default.
our no's